So that there is a shelter. So that's how the survivors come to the shelters. This may be a repetition, but I feel that when I'm talking about a philosophy of a shelter, these are the basic mandates or the basic services that every shelter needs to have. As soon as the person comes, considering the earlier points that I have said about helplessness, neglect, the need for love and affection, the confidentiality and trust, we do not interrogate too much. The first thing is to determine what is an immediate need. Some may need food, some may need clothes, some may need just to be comfortable and just for you to pat and hug and just hold her together. So what is the immediate need? Not to ask her what happened, how did this happen, when did it happen, who did it to you? Those are secondary questions. The first is the determining her case. And the second is, since I have only 5 minutes, and these are issues I'm sure all of you are aware of, but I just wanted to run you through the basic mandates, the case management. And then we come to, once the person is comfortable, is familiar with the shelter, has gained some level of trust, we start recording her case. And confidentiality again, because we need to code cases because of confidentiality as well. Counseling is an ongoing process. The person needs to be, her mental and physical state needs to be enhanced. So counseling takes place. Most of the times, formal and non-formal education. If they have formal education, how to enhance their education. If they do not have any education, some level of non-formal education also needs to take place. Extracurricular activities. This is also bonding, networking, being like a family member in the shelter. So extracurricular activities also do take place. And then, of course, this is extremely important. Based on their interest, skill, we provide them training, sometimes even give them seed money to start their own work, and also refer for job placements. And this is a process that rebuilds their lives. It starts. And sometimes we have referrals. If we do not have lawyers, we refer to legal offices, we refer to concerned government offices, we refer to medical practitioners, other organizations, jobs, etc. And this, I think, is extremely important. Sometimes some of the shelters who run for short terms, like keep residents only for a week or so, do not follow reintegration. But normally I feel, as a philosophy of a shelter, reintegration is an extremely important component to rebuild their lives. Otherwise, all the gains that you may have made inside the shelter will go wasted. So we actually follow up with the survivor at least for 1 year on how they have been doing after the reintegration process starts. I would like to go another mile, philosophy. This is where it comes. Most donors will tell you, most governments will tell you, shelter. How many women are you sheltering? 10, 15, 20 in a year, 100? That's nothing. But what we want to say is shelters is the most important component of preventing and reducing violence and promoting gender equality, because it has a wider impact. It has an impact beyond shelter services. It strengthens advocacy and awareness through evidence and actual cases. It sets precedents for litigation on various forms of violence. In Nepal, because of the cases in the shelter, we were able to advocate for the domestic violence legislation which got passed. We were able, because of the cases that came from migrant women, we were able to advocate for migrant women's rights. Legalizing the documents, capacitating women, training women. So it goes beyond shelter services. It helps in engaging wider stakeholders such as media, police, government, lawyers, medical practitioners. Because listening to real case studies is very strong. So that is why shelter work has a wider impact. It is not just serving women who come to you, but it is setting up precedents in reducing and preventing violence, and it is the most important component in this sector. It provides information and education about violence against women to community members and other service providers. And they listen easily because you have actual cases, real cases. It is not a fabricated case. And work towards achieving equity for women locally, nationally, and globally. And I think this is where we are. We are working regionally. We need to make the global world a better place for women and girls. I would like to end on a happy note with another video clipping of 1 minute or so. But I feel that women's shelters are saving lives. They are creating opportunities and promoting peace through transformation of lives, families, and communities. Can we have the video, please? Sound is not there, but I think
सेल्टर आफ्नै घर जस्तो लाग्न थाल्यो.
Okay, that's clear, right? I just wanted to say that. Can we start again? Yes.
लागि पार भएँ. मैले यो सबै कुराहरू मैले मेरो साथीले सुनाएँ. त्यसपछि उसले मलाई महिला आश्रय शिविरमा जाने सल्लाह दियो. सुरुमा त मलाई सेल्टरमा सजिलो भएको थिएन, तर केही समयपछि मेरो मुटुमा जिउने आशाहरू पलाउन थाले. त्यसपछि मलाई सेल्टर आफ्नै घर जस्तो लाग्न थाल्यो.
Yeah, I just wanted to end there by saying that when you are a burden, when you feel you are a burden to your family, when you have nowhere to go, it's the shelters that are the homes for survivors, and they feel that bonding. So that is what we are doing. We are doing great work, saving lives, creating opportunities, and promoting peace. And I would like to thank the Garden of Hope for regionally strengthening that initiative and urging us to go another mile. Thank you so much.
我们非常感谢 Bandana Rana 非常令人印象深刻的说明这个庇护所的信念价值。它绝对不是仅有的就是为妇女保护的地方，它同时也是一个降低并且是预防暴力的地方啊。那我们非常感谢他。接下来呢，就是我们今天呢，就是正式讨论的场次要开始啊。今天的场次是有2个场次啊。第一个场次是有关就是政策跟法律的困境跟突破啊。那第2个场次是有关这个管理跟执行的困境跟突破。首先，我们将要开始举办的是第一个场次，就是政策跟法律的困境与突破。那在这个场次里面的主持人是季慧荣小姐。那他的演讲的人是法律辅助基金会林静文律师，以及呢马来西亚复原中心执行长 WAO 的 Ivy Joseph， 我们是不是请他上台？谢谢。 今天我们这个第一个场次就是政策跟法律的困境突破啊。那我当然也分上下两个场次啊，因为要讨论的人蛮多，所以啊，我们首先当然是请这个林静文律师，他本来是那个法律辅助基金会的律师呢，曾经也是长期担任这个有关妇女相关的，以前也是立新基金会的董事哦，所以他在讲这个家庭暴力法对。家暴、受暴妇女庇护的实务演进啊，特别是台湾在这个家暴的部分呢，的确呢是走的比较前面啊，所以在这个地方呢，我们也是很想为什么排在第一个场次跟大家分享呢，是有这个原因的。那第二位呢，就是 WAO 啊，就是马来西亚有一个就是妇女援救中心啊的执行长 Ivy 啊。那他也是呢，在这个部分有很大的部分呢，所以很强的部分，所以我们也邀请他在这个政策法律，特别大家如果上网去 Google 可以发现哦 ，WAO 他们在政策倡议上哦，对，在马来西亚政策倡议上是非常的强哦，所以既然我们在讲这个政策法律部分，我们也是邀请他哦。
Now we start for the discussion, but I think we first we have to invite.
首先，我们先邀请林静文律师来做专题演讲。